What if I told you that right now, sitting in your fridge, are 4 innocent-looking vegetables that could be the reason your legs feel heavy, your knees ache every time you stand up, and your morning walks keep getting shorter? You've been told to eat more vegetables, right? But what no one tells seniors is this: not all vegetables are your friends. In fact, some of them can quietly destroy your circulation, worsen joint pain, and even trigger swelling and nerve discomfort in your legs, even if the rest of your health is fine. And here's the worst part: you may be eating them every single day, thinking you're doing something good for your body, when in reality, you're fueling the very thing that's making your legs weaker, stiffer, and more painful. So before you reach for that healthy side dish, subscribe to the channel now. We break down what's really helping, or harming, your body after 60, with no fluff and no sugarcoating. Let's start with the 4 vegetables you must avoid if you want to protect your legs. White potatoes, especially fried or eaten in excess. White potatoes are one of the most commonly consumed vegetables around the world, but for seniors, especially those dealing with leg swelling, diabetes, or poor circulation, they can quietly become a problem. While potatoes do contain some beneficial nutrients like potassium and vitamin C, their high glycemic index means they break down quickly into sugar in the bloodstream. This rapid spike can worsen inflammation and water retention in the legs, leading to a sensation of heaviness or even cramping after meals. When blood sugar levels surge after eating starchy potatoes, the pancreas must respond with a burst of insulin. Over time, these frequent spikes and crashes can reduce insulin sensitivity, which negatively affects circulation, especially in the lower limbs. Poor circulation leads to colder feet, slower wound healing, and increased fatigue when walking or standing. For older adults, this can feel like a slow loss of leg energy and endurance. Potatoes also tend to be prepared in less healthy ways, such as frying, overcooking, or adding butter, salt, and cheese. Fried potatoes in particular, like French fries or hash browns, contain advanced glycation end products, AGEs, which contribute to oxidative stress and joint damage. These compounds are known to worsen the pain of arthritis and stiffness in the knees and ankles. For seniors already experiencing joint pain, fried potatoes can be like pouring gasoline on a fire. In some individuals, excess potato intake has also been linked to increased blood pressure, especially when combined with a high-sodium diet. This is because the insulin response from high-carb meals can stimulate the nervous system and cause blood vessels to constrict. Over time, elevated blood pressure damages the delicate capillaries in the legs and feet, increasing the risk of neuropathy and circulation disorders. Of course, not all potatoes are equal. The problem isn't necessarily the occasional boiled potato with skin on, it's the frequency, portion size, and preparation method that turn this common food into a risk. Seniors who eat potatoes daily, in large portions, and without balancing protein or fiber may be unknowingly contributing to swelling, sluggish legs, and metabolic stress. Instead of removing potatoes completely, it's often better to swap or balance. Try replacing white potatoes with fiber-rich options like mashed cauliflower or roasted sweet potatoes. If you do eat them, leave the skin on for extra fiber, boil instead of fry, and pair with leafy greens or lean protein to reduce the glycemic impact. The goal isn't to fear food, but to understand which versions support leg health and which silently undermine it. Pickled vegetables, heavily salted types. Pickled vegetables might seem like a harmless snack or a tasty addition to meals, but for older adults, especially those with leg discomfort, joint issues, or circulation problems, they can quietly contribute to swelling, stiffness, and heaviness in the legs. The main culprit is salt. Most commercially pickled vegetables are loaded with sodium, and excess sodium intake has a direct impact on leg health. When you consume too much sodium, your body retains water to maintain proper blood chemistry. This leads to fluid buildup in the lower extremities, especially the ankles and calves. Seniors are particularly vulnerable to this kind of retention because aging slows down kidney function and weakens the veins responsible for pumping blood back up from the legs. The result is puffiness, discomfort, and that dragging leg sensation that many associate with aging, but that's often dietary. What makes the problem worse is that seniors often pair pickled foods with salty meats or bread, unknowingly consuming 2 to 3 times the daily recommended sodium intake in one sitting. High sodium levels cause the body to pull fluid into the bloodstream, increasing blood volume and, over time, raising blood pressure. This added pressure damages capillaries and weakens the vein walls in the legs, which can lead to varicose veins, pain, and slower healing of leg wounds. Some pickled vegetables also contain preservatives and additives, such as potassium sorbate or artificial coloring, which can cause mild allergic or inflammatory responses in sensitive individuals. While these effects are subtle, over time they can contribute to joint stiffness, especially in the knees and feet. People with arthritis often report flare-ups after high-sodium meals, and pickled vegetables are a surprisingly common trigger. Additionally, the acidity of pickled vegetables, especially when consumed in excess, can cause mineral loss, particularly calcium and magnesium. These minerals are vital for muscle function, leg strength, and nerve health. A diet high in acidic foods without enough mineral-rich counterparts, like leafy greens, can worsen leg cramps, fatigue, and even tingling sensations in the feet. It's important to note that not all pickled vegetables are harmful. Naturally fermented vegetables like sauerkraut or kimchi, when made at home with minimal salt, can offer probiotics and digestive support. But most store-bought pickles are preserved with brine and vinegar rather than fermentation, and their high salt content negates any potential benefits for leg health. If you enjoy pickled foods, consider switching to low-sodium homemade versions, using sea salt in moderation and allowing natural fermentation. Or enjoy pickles only occasionally and in small portions, balanced by potassium-rich vegetables like spinach or sweet potatoes, which help flush out excess sodium. When it comes to aging legs, every bite of salty food counts more than you think. Canned corn. Canned corn may seem like an easy, comforting side dish, but for seniors, especially those dealing with poor circulation, leg heaviness, or swelling, it often does more harm than good. The issue isn't just the corn itself, but the way it's processed. Canned corn is typically stripped of its fiber, soaked in preservatives, and packed in water that may contain added sugar and sodium, a dangerous combination for aging legs. First, corn is a high-starch carbohydrate that can spike blood sugar, especially when it's processed. This sudden surge in glucose causes the body to release more insulin, which not only leads to energy crashes but also promotes inflammation and fluid retention, especially in the lower limbs. Many seniors who consume canned corn regularly report puffiness in the legs or ankles and experience that heavy, tired leg feeling after meals. Another hidden danger is the sodium content. While corn itself is not salty, many canned varieties include salt as a preservative to increase shelf life. This added sodium can quickly exceed daily limits when combined with other processed foods. As sodium builds up in the body, it causes water retention, putting pressure on veins and making it harder for blood to return from the legs to the heart. This leads to swelling, pain, and even the development of varicose veins. Canned corn is also low in fiber, especially when compared to fresh corn on the cob. Fiber plays a crucial role in regulating blood sugar and supporting digestion, but it also improves circulation by reducing cholesterol and helping maintain a healthy weight. A diet low in fiber can increase inflammation and slow blood flow, two things that directly affect leg health. For seniors, who already struggle with circulation, this makes every low-fiber food choice matter more. Furthermore, corn is one of the most genetically modified crops, and some canned varieties may be contaminated with pesticide residues that can irritate the gut and contribute to low-grade inflammation throughout the body. Chronic inflammation, even when mild, can worsen joint pain in the knees, hips, and ankles, leading to reduced mobility and more discomfort during walking or standing. There's also the issue of portion control. Canned corn is soft, sweet, and easy to overeat. Seniors with reduced taste or appetite often default to sweeter foods, but eating large portions of canned corn regularly can contribute to weight gain, which further strains leg joints and weakens muscles over time. What feels like a harmless side dish can slowly become a source of inflammation and heaviness. The healthier alternative? Choose fresh or frozen corn, preferably organic, and enjoy it boiled or grilled with herbs rather than butter or salt. Or swap corn entirely for more leg-friendly vegetables like roasted beets, spinach, or steamed broccoli. The key is to nourish your legs with foods that support circulation, joint health, and stable energy, not ones that silently work against you. Eggplant. Eggplant is a popular vegetable in many cuisines, but for some seniors, especially those struggling with joint stiffness, swelling, or leg pain, it can be an unexpected trigger. The concern doesn't come from its calories or fat, it's about a group of natural compounds it contains called solanines, which belong to the nightshade family. For sensitive individuals, these compounds can increase inflammation in joints and muscles, making leg discomfort worse with time. Solanine is a natural chemical that protects the plant from pests, but in the human body, particularly in people with arthritis or chronic inflammation, it may interfere with enzyme activity that regulates inflammation and nerve signals. Some seniors report that after eating eggplant, they feel more joint stiffness in the knees, heaviness in the legs, or a dull ache in the lower back and hips. While not everyone reacts this way, those with existing joint or nerve issues should pay close attention. Eggplant also contains oxalates, which can contribute to kidney stone formation and may reduce calcium absorption. For seniors who already suffer from reduced bone density or leg cramping due to low calcium or magnesium levels, high oxalate vegetables may make it harder for the body to retain essential minerals. Over time, this can affect muscle function in the legs, leading to more frequent spasms or weakness. Another issue is how eggplant is usually prepared, fried or sautéed in lots of oil. Eggplant soaks up oil like a sponge, and when cooked in vegetable oils, especially seed oils high in omega-6 fatty acids, it becomes highly inflammatory. These types of oils, especially when reheated or fried, are known to promote joint inflammation and accelerate tissue breakdown. For older adults with leg arthritis or varicose veins, this creates the perfect storm for pain and swelling. Even though eggplant contains some nutrients like fiber and antioxidants, its inflammatory potential often outweighs the benefits, especially if eaten frequently. Many seniors aren't aware that their favorite dishes like eggplant parmesan or fried eggplant slices might be quietly contributing to that morning stiffness or end-of-day leg fatigue. It's also worth noting that reactions to eggplant aren't always immediate. In sensitive individuals, symptoms can take 24 to 72 hours to appear, making it harder to trace the connection. If you've been struggling with unexplained leg aches, restless legs at night, or increased joint sensitivity, try removing eggplant, and possibly other nightshades like tomatoes and peppers, for 2 weeks and monitor your symptoms. If you love the flavor of eggplant but want to avoid the risks, consider replacing it with zucchini, steamed squash, or portobello mushrooms. These vegetables offer similar texture without the inflammatory side effects. Your legs will thank you, and your joints might feel lighter, looser, and more stable. Now that you know which vegetables may silently harm your legs, let's shift to the good news. There are powerful, natural vegetables that can do the opposite. These foods help improve circulation, reduce swelling, ease joint pain, and restore strength in aging legs. Let's start with one of the best. Beets. Beets are one of the most powerful vegetables for leg health, especially in seniors. They're not just colorful, they're a natural source of nitrates, which the body converts into nitric oxide. This compound helps dilate blood vessels, improving blood flow to the legs and feet. For older adults who often feel cold feet, heavy calves, or numbness in the lower limbs, beets act like a natural circulation booster, restoring warmth, oxygen, and energy to tired legs. Improved circulation also means faster healing and better nutrient delivery to your leg muscles and joints. As we age, blood vessels can stiffen and narrow, making it harder for blood to reach the extremities. That's why many seniors experience swelling, tingling, or fatigue after standing or walking. By supporting healthy blood pressure and vessel flexibility, beets help the legs do what they were designed to do: carry you, pain-free and with ease. Beets are also rich in anti-inflammatory compounds such as betalains, which help reduce joint stiffness, soreness, and chronic inflammation that builds up in the knees and ankles. For seniors with arthritis or aching legs, consuming beets regularly can lead to a noticeable reduction in discomfort and better mobility. Some studies even show that beet juice can reduce exercise-induced inflammation and improve walking endurance. Another hidden benefit is their high potassium and magnesium content, two minerals essential for preventing leg cramps and muscle fatigue. Many older adults don't realize their leg pain is connected to electrolyte imbalances. Beets help correct this naturally, reducing spasms and supporting smooth, efficient muscle contractions. They're especially helpful if you wake up with restless legs or tight calves at night. Unlike many vegetables, beets also help detoxify the liver and support kidney function, both of which play a role in reducing swelling in the lower body. When the liver and kidneys work efficiently, fluid retention decreases, and legs feel lighter. Seniors who eat beets regularly often notice less puffiness in their ankles and better energy throughout the day. Beets can be enjoyed roasted, grated into salads, or blended into smoothies. Even a small daily serving, half a cup, is enough to support leg health. Drinking beetroot juice is another great option, especially before a walk or light workout, as it boosts leg stamina by increasing oxygen delivery to the muscles. In short, beets are like a circulation superfood for aging legs. They don't just reduce symptoms, they nourish the systems behind your strength, movement, and stability. If you want better endurance, fewer cramps, and lighter legs, start with beets. Spinach. Spinach may look delicate, but it's one of the most powerful muscle-supporting greens for seniors, especially for those struggling with leg weakness, cramps, or joint pain. Loaded with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, spinach delivers the key nutrients your legs need to stay strong, flexible, and pain-free. It's also incredibly easy to incorporate into daily meals, whether raw, cooked, or blended. One of the standout benefits of spinach is its high magnesium content. This mineral plays a crucial role in muscle contraction, nerve function, and electrolyte balance. When magnesium is low, as it often is in older adults, muscles in the legs may feel heavy, stiff, or prone to cramping, especially at night. Spinach provides a natural dose of this essential mineral, helping to reduce spasms and keep the leg muscles firing properly. Spinach is also rich in potassium, which works alongside magnesium to regulate muscle tension and maintain healthy blood pressure. Proper potassium levels help flush out excess sodium in the body, reducing swelling in the lower limbs. For seniors dealing with water retention in the feet or ankles, adding spinach to meals can be a simple, effective way to feel lighter and less bloated. Beyond its mineral content, spinach is packed with vitamin K, a key nutrient for maintaining bone density and vascular health. Strong bones mean better joint alignment and stability in the legs, which reduces the risk of falls or fractures. Vitamin K also supports blood vessel flexibility, which improves circulation to the legs and helps prevent varicose veins and cold extremities. Inflammation is another hidden enemy of aging legs, and spinach fights it on all fronts. It contains flavonoids and carotenoids that help neutralize free radicals, reducing chronic inflammation in the knees, hips, and ankles. Seniors who eat spinach regularly often report less morning stiffness and more fluid movement throughout the day. Spinach also supports iron levels, which is vital for seniors with fatigue or reduced stamina in their legs. Iron helps deliver oxygen to muscle cells. Without it, your legs may feel weak or tire quickly during walking or standing. Even though plant-based iron is less absorbable than animal sources, combining spinach with vitamin C-rich foods, like lemon juice or bell peppers, dramatically improves absorption. To get the most benefit, enjoy spinach both raw and cooked. A handful in a smoothie, a few leaves in an omelette, or a warm bowl of sautéed spinach with olive oil and garlic can go a long way toward nourishing your legs. Don't underestimate this leafy green, it's nature's multivitamin for muscles and circulation. Sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are more than just a tasty side dish, they're a nutritional powerhouse for aging legs. Packed with slow-digesting carbohydrates, vitamins, and anti-inflammatory compounds, sweet potatoes offer sustained energy, support nerve health, and help reduce swelling in the lower limbs. Unlike regular white potatoes, they don't cause a rapid spike in blood sugar, making them a safer, more supportive option for seniors. One of their greatest strengths is their rich content of potassium, a mineral critical for maintaining proper fluid balance and preventing muscle cramps. Potassium works by counteracting excess sodium in the body, which is often the cause of swollen feet, puffy ankles, and leg stiffness in older adults. A single medium sweet potato contains more potassium than a banana, and with far more fiber and nutrients to go with it. Sweet potatoes are also an excellent source of beta-carotene, a precursor to vitamin A. This antioxidant helps reduce chronic inflammation that builds up in leg joints over time, especially in seniors with arthritis or mobility limitations. Lowering this type of inflammation doesn't just reduce pain, it improves range of motion and helps legs feel lighter and more flexible. Another essential benefit comes from their fiber content. A high-fiber diet promotes steady blood sugar levels, supports weight control, and improves digestion, all of which play a role in leg health. Why digestion? Because poor gut health can trigger systemic inflammation, including in the legs and joints. Fiber also helps reduce cholesterol, which in turn supports better circulation to the legs and feet. Sweet potatoes also contain manganese, a trace mineral that supports collagen production and healthy bone metabolism. As we age, bones become more brittle and joints less stable. Manganese helps reinforce the connective tissues that hold your joints together, especially around the knees and ankles, where most seniors first experience degeneration and pain. For those with neuropathy or nerve-related leg issues, sweet potatoes offer support through their high content of vitamin B6 and C. These vitamins help maintain nerve function, improve circulation, and may reduce the burning or tingling sensations often felt in the lower legs and feet. Together, they work as natural protectors for the nervous system that supports movement. To get the full benefit, enjoy sweet potatoes baked, steamed, or roasted with a drizzle of olive oil. Avoid frying them or loading them with marshmallows or sugar, those cancel out the benefits. For a leg-loving meal, pair sweet potatoes with leafy greens and a lean protein. You'll feel the difference not only in your digestion, but in your steps. Broccoli. Broccoli might not be the flashiest vegetable on the plate, but when it comes to strengthening aging legs, it's a quiet powerhouse. Loaded with bone-building nutrients, anti-inflammatory compounds, and circulation-supporting antioxidants, broccoli offers critical support for the muscles, joints, and bones that keep your legs moving freely. For seniors seeking more stable steps and less joint discomfort, broccoli deserves a regular place on the menu. One of broccoli's greatest strengths lies in its high calcium content. Calcium is well known for its role in maintaining strong bones, but it also supports healthy muscle function, particularly in the legs. As we age, calcium absorption naturally decreases, and bones lose density, making the legs more prone to fractures and instability. Including broccoli regularly helps replenish this mineral without relying solely on dairy, which many older adults can't tolerate. Broccoli is also rich in vitamin C, which supports the formation of collagen, an essential protein found in ligaments, tendons, and cartilage. Stronger connective tissues mean better knee and ankle stability, less joint friction, and a lower risk of injuries like sprains or strains. Seniors who experience clicking knees, wobbly steps, or joint stiffness can often trace these issues back to collagen decline. Broccoli works behind the scenes to rebuild and protect. Perhaps more importantly, broccoli contains a powerful antioxidant called sulforaphane. This compound helps reduce inflammation inside the joints, especially in the knees and hips. Sulforaphane works at the cellular level to block inflammatory enzymes, making it particularly helpful for seniors living with arthritis or general leg discomfort. Regular broccoli consumption can lead to reduced swelling, less stiffness, and more freedom of movement. Another benefit of broccoli is its vitamin K content, which helps regulate blood clotting and supports vascular health. Adequate vitamin K keeps your blood flowing smoothly to your lower limbs, reducing the risk of cold feet, leg fatigue, and varicose veins. It also supports calcium balance, making sure that calcium goes to your bones and not your arteries, which is crucial for seniors at risk of calcification. Broccoli is also a great source of folate and fiber, both of which help reduce homocysteine levels in the blood, a compound linked to poor circulation and increased inflammation. When circulation improves, your legs receive more oxygen and nutrients, reducing heaviness and increasing endurance. Folate also supports nerve function, making broccoli a natural defender against leg tingling, numbness, and imbalance. For best results, steam or lightly sauté broccoli rather than boiling it, which can destroy some of its water-soluble nutrients. Pair it with olive oil or lemon juice to enhance nutrient absorption. Whether as a side dish, in soups, or blended into smoothies, broccoli is a leg-loving vegetable that delivers strength, flexibility, and comfort, bite after bite. Your legs are often the first part of the body to show signs of aging. Pain, swelling, numbness, stiffness, it's easy to blame it on the years. But the truth is, much of that suffering starts with your plate. What you eat either feeds the inflammation, or fights it. Now you know the 4 vegetables that silently cause damage, but don't worry, you've also got powerful allies on your side. Beets, spinach, sweet potatoes, and broccoli are more than just healthy, they're medicine for your legs. So don't just watch. Take action. Swap smart. And hit that subscribe button if you want stronger legs, better balance, and more freedom in your body, starting today.